Nothing we haven't heard. They're going to go the same. We're looking at the data. We're not going to do anything until early next year.
No, they're not going to say that.
Right. But they're
no, they're not going to say that.
They can't say that. But what they're going to say is we're not going to do anything. And essentially the markets will say, great. And you'll see, more money flowing into M&A, more money because it's easy money out there. And you get a lot of liquidity out there. So until this stops, the market's going to be very volatile.
You think December's still on the table?
No. December cannot be on the table because that is the time when most of the people don't participate in the markets. And if you're going to do that in December, you might cause a year-end that's going to be even more volatile than we had in the last couple of months.
What about the...
Well, certainly. We know that manufacturing's been under pressure, not just in the U.S., but in many places in the world. But that is a much smaller percent of the economy than many people appreciate. So, it is not what's driving underlying demand in the U.S. economy. In fact, if you strip out the inventory effects, you strip out the drag from net trade, we have real final demand, which is still very solid in the U.S., growing closer to 3%. So, these impacts will fade, and they'll fade pretty quickly as we head into the new year. So that's one of the reasons we think, the Federal Reserve will increasingly focus on where the economy is headed, the fact that sometime in the first quarter we'll be very close to full employment and inflation will have rebounded. We'll probably also see signs of improving wages from this ongoing strong job growth. So all of those things mean the Fed should be closer to neutral rather than at an emergency policy rate of zero.
Do you agree with that? And does this economy need a rate hike as a sign of confidence? Quickly.
We think yes. I mean, certainly there's a good case to be made for that. Certainly there's more harm that can be done by holding policy rates at zero than there is benefit at this point.
Yeah, so we were on hold basically because we thought that the cycle and the success was going to be a lot slower than what it was in the six. Expectations came down. We've seen the multiple for Apple compress quite a bit this year. So we started pricing in that stagnation, and quite frankly, the cycle doesn't look like it's going to be quite as bad as we feared. Longer term, we love the company's position and have for quite a while. So it was just a combination of valuation and getting that risk around the 6S more priced in.
Some suggest, though, again, to cite some of your colleagues, that at least from a growth standpoint, that Apple's best days may be behind it. You take issue with that?
No, I don't, actually. I think that's totally accurate. There's a lot of large numbers going on here. The market is undoubtedly more saturated than it was at this point last year, but you're not paying for a whole lot of growth at the current multiples. So I wouldn't take any issue with that. I would just say that, I think that the growth that you are likely to get, you're getting at a really good price right now.